All right. So we are continuing on with Module 6 today, which is our module on looping structures. And if you remember all the way back into last week, we talked about this structure, which is called a while loop. And a while loop executes its code block, or everything that's indented directly beneath it, as long as the expression that it's given evaluates to true. Now, if we literally type this exact code with the expression being the word true, or the value of true, which is when we have a capital T with true, it's the Boolean value true. True is always going to be true. So it's called a while true loop. And we know that it's going to go on and on and on forever and ever until the computer dies, or until we stop the program manually, or until, if there is a break somewhere, the break statement will break that loop internally. So those are the ways we can stop a while true loop. We use a while true loop anytime we just want something to continue on repeating until we tell it to stop. It's just a simple way of saying, just keep doing this until we tell you otherwise. So that is a common, simple programming construct that we will use frequently throughout the rest of the class. In other ways, a while true or a while loop might look something like this, right? Where we have an expression that is not just the word true, but could be true or false depending on the value of x. So as long as x is less than 4, as long as x is less than 4, it will continue to print this line and then add 1 to the value of x. Now this will work no matter what number we start x at. We could start x at 1 before the loop, just like we do here, in which case that loop will run, it'll print that 3 times, right? Because as soon as x is equal to 4, then it's no longer less than 4. We could start at x equals negative 500, in which case that loop will go many more times, right? It'll go like 503 or whatever. Now, if we happen to define x before this loop as the string ONE, then we will get an immediate error, because you can't do comparison, greater or less than, between a string and an integer. So we need to keep in mind what the limitations are of those sorts of variables. It has to be a numeric variable. It could be a float instead of an integer, though. That would work. So a normal program flow for a while loop looks like this, right? Where we start out at the top, normal program, and it encounters a line where we set x equal to 1. And then we ask the question, is x less than 11? If yes, if it's x is less than 11, then we do these things. And then we go back when we're done with these, and we ask, is x still less than 11? Now, one of these is increase x by 1. So no matter where we start with for the value of x, if we're increasing it by 1, eventually it's going to be greater than 11. No matter where it starts, it's eventually going to get there. Even if we start at negative 1 million or whatever, eventually it'll be greater than 11, because we're adding to it each time. So we know that that's not going to be an infinite loop, because this condition will eventually cause that to be false. So x is not equal to 11, in which case it will just continue on executing the code. So a while loop loops as long as its expression is true. It's a do something while this is true loop. The kind of loop that we're going to talk about today